Hello, everybody. Hope you all are doing well. I just wanted to share something with you, and I won't bore you with a backstory because there is one to this. Maybe at some other time I'll write about it or something. But I'll just say that when we have things like these happen, we're reminded, or I am reminded, that there really are no coincidences. They're really just divine interventions. And I'm reminded that everything, no matter how things look, everything is in divine order. Is in divine order. So this morning, I kind of was questioning something that I did. You know, when you make a decision and you're trying to figure out, my God, did I make the right decision? You're kind of second guessing yourself. But this one is all about renewal, just taking some time. I'm stepping away from something and just taking some time for renewal and kind of reassess and just to breathe, to focus on myself for a minute and some other things that really need my undivided attention. But more importantly, I just need to be renewed spiritually, physically, mentally, emotionally, you name it. So that's what I'm doing. And I was questioning, because when you step out on faith with anything, all sorts of doubts creep in. So I was questioning whether or not this was the right decision. So as I did that, as I was doing that, I went to do my reading and my journaling, which is my part of my morning practice. And I opened a book that I'm using, opened a magazine to March, right? Because I had not received the March issue until just maybe a week or two ago, which, of course, as you know, that was the mid-April by then. So I didn't have the benefit of, or I thought I didn't have the benefit of the March edition, the March copy, and I haven't yet received May's. That's another story. But I decided, hey, what have you got in your house? Use what I have. So I decided that I was going to just use it. After all, today is the 1st of May. Since I hadn't yet read March, I'll just read March until I get May's edition. And it probably won't come until probably maybe the beginning of June or what have you. So I'm reading March, and what do you know? I open it to an article. As I opened it, it opened to this article titled "Renewing Ourselves Spiritually." And I'm like, all right then. So I'm about to get some answers here, whether it's the answers I want or the answers that I know that I need. Either way, let me read and see what happens. And in the reading, very interesting reading, it gives some suggestions for renewal. And it lightens it kind of sets the backdrop. The backdrop is planting how we plant our garden, our flowers, and we tend to them, we water them, we change the soil, we give them nutrients, whatever they need. And the reading reminds us that when we need to renew ourselves just like we do our plants, And it gives some suggestions for renewal. And I'm not going to read it all in detail, but I'm kind of just going to paraphrase or give you an abridged version of what the suggestions are, and maybe they can help you too. And first of all, forgive me if this video is a little bit longer than they usually are, but I think this is important. So the suggestions, one of the suggestions, I think they gave about six suggestions. And one of them, the first one, is to question your beliefs. Just to remind me, and I'm reminding you, that you need to regularly check what you believe. Check to see if those beliefs are deeply rooted. If those deeply rooted beliefs, what are they doing for you? Are you inspecting the soil that they're growing in? So first of all, question your beliefs. Don't be afraid to question your beliefs, no matter what. Question your pastor, your therapist, your spiritual advisor, whoever, question your beliefs, right? The second one is to recharge by unplugging. And this one is interesting, and it's nothing we haven't heard before, but just a great reminder. And this reminds me that we recharge in the opposite way from we do our electronic devices, our digital devices, right? We recharge them by plugging them in. But when we are trying to recharge ourselves, we need to unplug, right? And unplug from some of those same devices. Take a break, just allow yourselves to be in touch with nature, just breathe, just unplug. So recharge by unplugging. The third one is to know yourself. And know yourself requires turning inward, sitting in the silence, watching your thoughts, just kind of clearing your mind for a minute of all the things that are unplugged, are bothering you, right? Keeping a journal. Now, this is talking my language, but because those of you who know me know I'm a journal junkie. So I journal everything. But that helps me to kind of, get in touch with me, kind of question myself. When I say question myself, get to know a little bit more about the real me. And we want to do that, not the real me, the real you, without the facade, without the masks, without all the things that we kind of cover our true selves with. So the third one is know yourself. The fourth one is to stop the chatter and meditate or pray, or whatever it is you do to center yourself. Just stop the chatter and tune in. Tune in, ground yourself, center yourself, sit down, listen. Tune out things and people and situations. Just shut out the chatter and pray or meditate, reflect, have introspection, whatever it is that you do to keep yourself, to center yourself, right? And the fifth one, is it fifth? 1, 2, 3, 4, right. The fifth one is to break patterns. I don't know if you're like this, or maybe I'm the only one, that I feel like I'm circling back to the same experiences over and over and over again. And this simply reminds me, this reading reminds me that it's because I don't break the patterns. I say I do, but I don't really. And this may be you too. Just break the patterns. Maybe we just need to learn how the reading says, maybe we need to learn how to confront, how to stand up for ourselves, how to let go, or how to love ourselves, so that we can break the patterns that take us away from the happiness, the joy that we say we need. And the sixth suggestion for renewal is to find a source of contentment. Find something that brings you joy, that brings you fulfillment. And it doesn't have to be anything grand. It doesn't have to be a big old vision. It can be something very small. Just find something that instills even small pockets of joy and happiness, right? It may be a gratitude exercise. Just find something that you can do for your inner strength, to stabilize the inner you. So those are just some of the suggestions for renewal that I was reminded of this morning, and I am reminding you of it. Just to, we tend our plants, we forget sometimes that we also need the same gentle, loving, tender care. Turn up that soil, give it some fertilizer, give it some food, some good plant food, so that they can bloom and grow. And I'm reminding you, as I remind myself, to do that so that we can bloom wherever we're planted and bloom in all our glory. And if you notice, I'm doing this video in front of my beautiful roses that I talked about a couple of days ago. These beauties are still here, hanging in there looking brand new because I gave them water, I gave them nutrients, I clipped them up. So I'm reminded that just as I treated these roses, I need to also treat myself. I need to be renewed. So I got my answer. I am stepping out there and taking a leap of faith and got scared for a minute, but it's what I need to do to renew, to recharge, to reassess. And I hope you take some time to do that too. So take care of yourselves, and I'll talk to you again soon. Be well, everybody. Bye-bye.